There you go.
Durak. The name sounds familiar. Durak sounds still. America, fuck yeah. We're coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah. America, fuck yeah.
Yep. I just felt like watching that movie again, and I don't regret it at all.
Because Aretha Franklin died, I was actually thinking of rewatching the Blues Brothers.
That's a good way to spend your day.
Yeah. The first song I actually learned in English was the theme from Rawhide. From the movie.
Right.
Ro-
Blue.
Rollin', 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 streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rollin',
Right.
right. Through rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather. Wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, the fiddles, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. English becomes such an easy language when you sing it. When you actually speak it, it becomes more difficult.
Well, to some, in your case, not in mine.
Well, I can sing in English without having any audible accent, at least from what I heard from people, but when I speak English, there's obviously an accent. Well, Shakira actually, she can sing in English, but ever heard her spoken English?
No, can't say that I ever heard her speak English.
Well, I did listen to Shakira when I was way young.
I still listen to her today. There's no shame in that.
Well, yeah, I do listen, but I used to listen to it more actually. Now it's like music I enjoy, but don't listen to as vigorously as heavy metal, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, big, and she can sing in English, but when she actually speaks English, she does have a thick Latin American accent. You can actually hear it that she's Latin American. And Sofia Vergara.
Don't know her?
You don't know who Sofia Vergara is?
Nope.
The very sexy actress. I'm actually kind of surprised you don't know who Sofia Vergara is.
Don't be surprised.
rolling.
My balls are swollen. Yup. No, can we actually get something done here?
I did watch Blue Brothers 2000, but the original movie is way better. I actually had two albums by the Blues Brothers, a briefcase full of blues and the original movie soundtrack. A briefcase full of blues is, I think, one of their albums from 1978.
I won't say that Blues Brothers 2000 is a bad movie. I mean, I still enjoy it to this very day. Blues Brothers original is better, yes. But Blues Brothers 2000, not a bad movie at all.
And all couple will find out my dark and windy day.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm kind of ashamed to admit is that in the past I used to think that all of the Blues Brothers songs were their own original.
I actually knew that all of the songs were not theirs because I did have a lot of old blues albums, and I knew the originals, some of the original songs before they actually performed it in the movie.
Nah, but pretty much the same I had with UB40. I thought that 90% of their music was original, but apparently they're just a cover band making songs into reggae.
Well, a lot of songs today contain samples from older songs. And you actually couldn't believe how many of the songs you can hear today on the radio, especially cheesy pop songs.
Yeah, and I recently watched a list of like top 10 or top 20 songs that you didn't know were covers. And I'm just like, some of these like famous artists or quote unquote artists get away with covering songs and making them famous, while the original artist I never even heard of.
Yeah. You know the song Cotton Eye Joe by the Rednecks?
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that the song Cotton Eye Joe is actually about... It's actually a song about African Americans' fight for freedom. It's like a song sung by the slaves. I cannot listen to the Rednecks version anymore because now I know where the song came from, and that's actually what throws me away from the song.
That's quite a revelation on my end, dude. I didn't know that either.
That's actually about a guy that was a slave owner. They call him Cotton Eye Joe, and it's actually a very tragic song.
Ring Around the Rosie was about the Black Death. The Black Plague Death. Also, Vasily.
Yeah?
Have you looked at the amount of tools that we still need? 28 from 115.
Yeah, I see the yellow balls are disappearing. Slowly by slowly.
We're getting there. Now we just need the people.
Maybe the tornado sucked up a few workers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of I was actually thinking of another song. Yeah, you know that the Lady Gaga song Poker Face?
Yeah.
The intro, Mama Mama, when it goes into the song. I immediately recognized that Mama Mama was actually from Bonnie M's song Ma Baker.
Ma
Mama Ma Baker. She
taught her 4 sons, Ma Baker,
Yeah.
to handle their guns, Ma.
When I first heard Poker Face, that song, that Mama immediately in the beginning just is from the Bonnie M song.
And you see,
Immediately, like,
I didn't make that connection.
I usually there was a article in the Croatian newspapers which called a lot of Croatian artists for plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, a lot of the pop songs, very popular songs from the Yugoslav period, from the 1980s, from the 60s, are basically plagiarized. And when you look at it in the 60s, A lot of songs are not actually plagiarized. They are translated or cover versions of English songs because then the market was pretty strict and people didn't want to hear original songs. They want to hear what's popular and they want to hear it in several creations. So a lot of the songs were actually translated versions of popular English songs, such as the song Money Money by Billy Idol, which is actually an old song,
Okay.
pretty old song. And
Mama
in the
Applesauce.
80s,
I know that one. But that is just misheard lyrics.
yeah, and in the 80s, there was a lot of these popular songs which were actually plagiarized. And in the 90s, the practice actually continued and was becoming worse and worse as the years passed. And today, a lot of songs, popular Christian songs, are actually plagiarized. Some of the bands that I do listen to from the 80s, they didn't plagiarize anything, not actually any rhythm or melody or anything, but mostly pop musicians did it. And what's actually strange, it was not mostly the very popular songs, but sometimes some of the more obscure songs were plagiarized. And actually, there was actually a lot of uproar because of the article. It was actually written by a newspaper writer back in the day, a few years ago actually. So a lot of the artists actually almost faced persecution because of the amount of songs they actually plagiarized and tried it as their own thing. But I don't know how that actually resolved. Well, in true creation fashion, nothing happened. Basically.
Well, somehow, well, probably because a lot of my people died, I am
Yeah.
back at the 50,000th food cap.
Food.
I'm like, you start out with a food cap of 5,000, and I'm like, okay, that's quite a lot to start out with. And I just immediately shifted it over to 50,000 just by adding 1 0. And
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm like, how? To a point where I'm actually just like dropping my farmers and getting them back into like other work. Let's see, I need still some fishermen. I have one too many gatherers. I think I can actually just shut down the fishing dock entirely, because I still have that one getting built. I'll shut down this fishing dock. Because I just have too much food.
Yeah. But be advised, if your population suddenly spikes up, your food supplies will start to plummet rapidly.
That much I know, but as it stands right now, I'm not scared. If it drops below 25,000, before I have my beer done, I'll set it back.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's the fact that I didn't have enough tools.
Well, I can see you can also have a herd of animals.
Yeah, but that requires the trading outpost, because one of those trading outposts will bring cattle, sheep, and chicken, and that's where the what's it called?
Corral?
No, the herdsman comes into place.
Yeah.
And the thing that it uses is the pasture.
Mm.
So the moment that you have the trading outpost, you'll be able to get more seeds, to have more variety in crops. You'll be able to get pastures because of the animals. But I had what, like 25-ish fields of like food, plus 4 full fishing docks, plus 3 or 4 gatherers huts, hunting cabins, and I just managed to reach the food cap at 50,000. To a point where I'm like, okay, I don't need this many fishing docks, I don't need this many crops.
Well, put in a trading dock.
No!
Actually, kind of curious what kind.
No. For this particular seed, on this particular map, I want to get a population of 300 before I will put in a trading dock and a school. Oh! I was like, why do I suddenly have like this massive gaping hole in stuff? But that's supposed to be a school. Of course. Taylor, hospital. Taylor. Why do I have 2 Taylors? And that is a school, and that is a Taylor. So no, I'm not gonna build a trading dock just yet.
Okay. But after you get 300 people,
I totally will. If I can get 300 uneducated people, then I totally will get. But yeah, what Paki was talking about with Mama Appelsap, it's a part of a Dutch radio show where you basically have misheard lyrics, and we make fun of that. And the particular song, I believe it was Alane by, I don't remember, but it's back in the early 90s. It was like a super popular song, and that had, you could basically hear the entire song completely wrong. As a matter of fact,
like Night Wish is Wishmaster to Fishmaster.
I will write this down. because I'm going to forget by the end of this night. I've written it down. Tomorrow, at some point, when I wake up, I will send a link in music sharing. Or maybe, Paki, you could do that, because you're maybe a little more sober than I am. With that particular song, completely misheard lyrics. And it will actually have subtitles, I believe, in what we hear compared to what you're supposed to hear in the song itself.
So it's basically like a Dutch translation, or?
No. It's no translation whatsoever. It's just like I hear them saying something, but they're saying something completely different.
It's like Ghostbusters are those bastards.
Yeah, exactly.
And Night wishes Wishmaster to Fishmaster.
Sort of, yeah.
That YouTube video destroyed this song completely for me. Every time I was like hearing Wishmaster, I knew the lyrics from Fishmaster. And it actually took me years of singing Wishmaster to actually erase the misheard lyrics from it. So, but there's a lot of fun in that.
I have another version of misheard lyrics for Wishmaster. Fistmaster.
Yeah, I've heard of
Fist.
it.
Not
I've heard of that also. There's like a bunch of versions.
yeah.
Like the Van Canto.
Oh, Van Canto is good.
They call it the Flanders version because they go really.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I haven't listened to
Yeah.
Van Canto in ages.
Yeah. And basically in Croatian, misheard lyrics are something that basically impossible. Well, it can still happen, but it would only happen to a part of the song. Because the way our language is constructed is basically impossible to miss a word. Or if it's sung in a different dialect.
Lordy, by Old Mechanic Man. I don't know the song. To be honest, the only Lordy song that I know is Hard Rock Hallelujah.
Or the devil is a loser and he's my bitch.
Nope, not even that song.
That's actually the only two songs I know of them. Like, I had a friend who listened to mostly mainstream music, like R&B. Things like Sean Paul and basically all the radio pop fodder that usually plays. And the only heavy metal song was Lordy and not actually heavy metal, or more hard rock. The only hard rock song he actually knew was Hard Rock Hallelujah. I was like, there are other songs similar to that. There are like for common people. But you know, when something's popular, it's popular.
Yep. Actually, this bridge I don't need. Maybe.
Actually, this year's Eurovision, I actually watched it. I haven't watched Eurovision in years because it's boring and stupid. So this year I tried to watch it, and the song that won was actually probably a good reminder why I stopped watching Eurovision in total.
Wasn't this year's song like a politically correct fat lesbian?
It's a song called Toy by a singer from Israel, and the song starts like a clucking chicken. Like
Yeah, isn't
basically,
she like a fat lesbian?
you're- no, the fat lesbian is the 2009 winner from Serbia.
Okay.
That was the fat lesbian.
Well, I think it was.
You could imagine the amount of jokes that happened
Like,
when she won.
yeah. I think it was like last year that. Um, I believe it was Russia who had like the best in terms of like showmanship, like in effects and such. But oh, no, wait. It was
No, last year was
the
the
Spanish or Portuguese guy with that had like heart problems.
oh yeah, the last year's winner was the guy from Portugal. His name was Sobral something.
And yeah,
Sobral.
he won because he had heart problems. And it was like that year that I had it. Oh, just a second. Which it hasn't. Oh fuck. Okay. Sorry, I had an infestation that needed my attention really quick.
Yeah. No problem.
But I believe it was like that year that also I believe it was a Greek guy that could sing both normally and with like a Pavarotti-esque opera. That is sung.
That was a guy from Croatia,
Croatia.
actually. Yeah,
That guy.
Jack
Okay,
Kude.
listen to me. That guy has talent and deserves to win.
You mean he sang in Italian and in English?
No, it was English, but he had like a normal, like very friendly, almost high-pitched kind of voice, but he would look at the camera one way and look at a different camera another way, and at that point, he switched to his opera voice, his Pavarotti voice, and to me,
You mean he had like a deep, very deep voice?
my friends,
Yeah,
my
that's
friends,
that's our song.
that one.
That's our song.
That
yeah.
guy deserved to win. Period. That guy deserved to win. Period.
Well, I'm gonna share it in the Discord.
Do that. In the meantime, what do I have? Now that guy deserved to win. But what happens is that the one with the most money wins. Like, not the one that is actually most talented. Because to me, being able to change your voice from one to another, that's talent. And that is what the song festival is supposed to be about. Not about politically correctness or with the most money inserted into it, because I believe Russia won that one while Ukraine won that one while Russia... Oh yeah, wait. I believe it was Russia hosting or Ukraine hosting, and
Ukraine
was hosting, Russia won that one. Well, they didn't deserve it in my eyes because Croatia had the best voice, the actual voice.
Yeah, he's one of our most popular pop singers. He sang a bunch of songs for children. Actually, he has a great vocal versatility.
You see, someone like that should win when it's about the singing voice and not about politically correctness or the biggest idiots.
Croatia did place ninth, which was actually a huge thing for us, or eighth and ninth, and in the top 10. And the thing that brought us down, well, usually our neighbors Bosnia, Serbia, Slovenia,
Mhm.
Hungary votes for us, especially the ex-Yugoslav countries.